Hey everybody, this is Joe, the Over 40 Model Maker here, doing a little bit of a different unboxing here, just to give you a little bit of a context for the video. Earlier today is the day of filming. This is my 15-year-old lawnmower, and it decided to putter and quit. I wouldn't say quit on me, but the engine was kind of puttering out on me, and also here in the front, you'll be able to see, hopefully, this whole front wheel assembly is starting to crack away from this here. So in order to prevent injuries and everything like that, I just decided to go ahead and get a new lawnmower today. And yes, this patch of dirt right here is part of my lawn. I do have a dog. This is his favorite peeing spot, so there's no grass. So get over it. Anyways, so I went and I looked a lot at reviews and things for different, more of the lower end of lawnmowers, because I'm not spending $600 to $1,000 on a lawnmower. Here in South Dakota, we have 9 months of iffy weather and 3 months of lawn mowing weather, so why spend the money if you're not going to be able to do it? And I can't get a riding lawnmower because, again, it costs too much and there's no way to get into my backyard. So anyways, I went ahead, and the best one that I saw for the money that I wanted to spend is this company called Boar. It's 21-inch walk-behind lawnmower. There's no self-propelled. It's 201 cc engine, and I did not see any reviews of this particular lawnmower or anything a full bore online on YouTube or anything, so hopefully this is going to be the first video here. So I went ahead and we're going to unbox it, we're going to put it together, and I'm going to show you the results for the backyard. It's all going to be spliced together, so there's going to be multiple segments of this. It's not going to be all one smooth video. That's going to be, there's going to be cuts and everything. So what you get in the box mostly is, here's the chassis, and it's a nice olive green color. And Boar, from what I can understand, it's an Australian company, and they make lawnmowers and lawn equipment to handle the Australian brush in the outback and things like that. So hopefully it kind of makes up its, what's the word I'm looking for? Its hype here on America, lawns and everything else. So there's the chassis. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk over here. Let's see what we all get. And I apologize for the lighting. So you get that piece there, some of the arms. Here are the large wheels. These are all 11-inch wheels for the back. I believe these are, I think it's 11. I'll have to take a look. Maybe not, maybe 9, maybe 10, maybe 11. You get the smaller wheels for the front, and they are plastic. They are one solid piece of plastic. Nice, actual nice tread work around here. That's a different. Here's the side shoot if you were gonna go ahead and side shoot it. It does actually come packaged in the box with its own oil, because it does come empty. You have to add, so it does come with its own oil, which is awesome. And then it comes with this bag here. I'll try to open it one-handed and see what we all get in here. Okay, so ooh, you get kind of a air filter. Nice. Looks a little pre-dirtied, but you know what? It's better than nothing. That'll last a couple of mowings. That's fine with me. Ooh, hardware kit, and it's all nice. All vacuum, excuse me, vacuum sealed and separated and everything. Nice. Zip tie for whatever you need. Ooh, that looks good. So no oil in the engine. Check oil level and fill before starting, otherwise will cause permanent damage and void warranty. Okay, they give you a little spout. Okay, I did pick this up at Fleet Farm, and I did buy one that screws on to your bottle cap or your bottle top, but this is awesome too. I like that. That could be a spare. There's your spark plug socket and your turning tool. Register for your warranty, I'm assuming. That's awesome. And sorry about that, guys. And there is your operator's manual. And if you need to have anything done with it, make sure you call the number first. That seems to be more prevalent nowadays. And the gasoline engine operator's manual. Awesome. All right, so that's all you get in the box is all this stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the whole thing together and then come back to you and continue on. Be back in a minute. Okay, everybody, thanks for sticking around. We are done putting the lawnmower together. It took a lot longer than I realized because I had to actually run to Ace Hardware and grab some tools that I did not have, because some of them are necessary in order to put this together. But before I go ahead and tell you that, remember earlier I told you I had a little thing that goes on top of the gas or the oil bottle to pour gas in or oil in? This is what I was talking about. Screw that onto the top, pours it in there, because the oil part is right there. So you just bloop, like that, and it should work. So we're gonna have a close-up view of the front. So full bore, which actually I have found out Yardworks is actually the parent company for full bore. So this should actually work out quite well. OVH, just go and mow, quick start, full bore, 201 cc's. My old one was 139, so this should actually be excellent. It says here, no priming, no choke. And as you can see around the front here, there is no prime button. I think it's just you pull it and you go. Oil container. This right here is the wheel adjuster, and it is very smooth. It is very nice. It's a nice big, it's a plastic handle, but it feels very rugged, like you can move this thing a lot. There's the gas cap. We're only going to put actual non-leaded premium gasoline in this because those do work better here in South Dakota. There's the specs if you want to see that. There's all the warning things if you want to look at those. Now, what I needed to do was these bolts right here, the front two, I'm going to try to get these in focus here. The front two weren't bad. These back two, you have a space about the width of my fist to try to get the washer and the nut to go through there. If you have big hands, it's not going to work because you have the guard of the blade right here. So I had to go to Ace Hardware and buy a 10-inch extension for my ratchet to get the nut in there and all that. So this is why it took me just a little bit longer. But if you already have that stuff, you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. And then going up, we have the connectors. Here is the pull string. It goes into a curly Q. And this is really cheap plastic. I honestly don't think this is going to last too long. And if and when this breaks, I don't know how I'm going to attach it with that. So we'll have to figure something out. There's that there, and then here is the brake. Very nice and smooth. And stop bar right there. And there's some more pictures. So all in all, the looks of it, I really do like. And so then what I will do is later on tonight, because it's 95 degrees here in Sioux Falls, I'm going to wait until later to mow my backyard. It is fairly thick, so this hopefully will be able to cut right through it, and I'll be able to give you a nice results video and final impressions. So see you in about 1 second. All right, everybody, thanks for holding on. It is actually the next day because I had some stuff come up that I had to take care of. So this is actually the first cut with my new full bore motor, power lawnmower. If anybody needs to know, like, the grass down here isn't as thick as the grass that can get up there. So if you want a comparison, so you see the grasses like right dead center there. The grass, let's see, where's my finger? There it is. The grass here can get about half as tall as the grass back there. And it went through that stuff like nobody's business. 201 cc's is definitely a lot more powerful than my 139 cc old lawnmower. And then down here is just like, you know, normal grass, and it makes it look really, really good. It was nice and clean. The pushing was smooth. Those back 11-inch wheels. There's my air conditioner, if you guys can hear it. Really does make a difference going over. This terrain is not even. There are little undulations. There is little holes because it does get really, really dry back here. So for this first cutting, it really did the job well. So we'll go ahead and do a follow-up at the end of the season and give you some more thoughts on it. So be right back. So do you actually need and want and should buy this machine? Well, again, I've only had one cutting with it, and so far, just that one, it started smooth. There is no priming. You just pull the cord and it goes. The engine is smooth once it kind of gets the oil and the fuel through the whole line. It smooths itself out, and it sounds really nice, and it is powerful enough to cut through very thick grass. Just as a side note, remember yesterday well, yeah, it would have been yesterday, but earlier in the video, we went through the contents of the bag inside the box, and you got this container of oil. This is actually, you empty the whole thing into the lawnmower, and it fills it up to the perfect oil level in the oil reservoir. So keep this and fill it up with more 10W30 so that every time you change the oil, all you do is just dump this whole thing in, no more guessing. It hits it perfectly every time. So there's just a tip. So save your oil bottle if you decide to go ahead and get this machine. So those are some of the pros. Some of the cons, I can see the finish around here deteriorating. It looks like it's like a spray paint almost, like a very thin coat of spray paint. But again, the job is to cut the grass. It's not supposed to make you look good, even though this is a nice looking machine. The bolts back here, again, those rear bolts there, those were kind of a pain in the rear to get to and install. It's not a deal breaker, but just to warn you on that. And then to drain oil, so there's the oil container there, you have to tilt it on its side. Can anybody leave down in the comments, is there a lawnmower, a push lawnmower, that has that you drain the oil from any other place than the actual dipstick area? I'm just curious, because I don't like lifting it on its side. I just don't care for that. Other than that, oh, it does, another positive, it already comes with the air filter installed. So the one that we showed earlier in the video is actually a spare. So you're set to go with air filters at least. So just change the spark plug, change the oil when needed, and you're good to go for at least 1 or 2 more seasons, which is good. Gas tank inside is the little red fill level thing like you find in some, it's in my snowblower at least. So you have that to gauge the gas with. The tires do pick up a lot of schmutz. Sorry for my leg. You do pick up a lot of schmutz. Hopefully when that dries off, it just kind of, I can just dig it out of there. Other than that, this, you know, again, after one cutting, it's a really good machine. So it's just gonna have to be, what's it gonna be like at the end of the season, start of next season, and however many seasons afterwards after that. And to me, it's, as long as you change the oil, change the air filters, change the spark plug, store it properly every winter, I can't see how this thing can't last as long as my old one, if not longer. So with that, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you did make it to the end of the video. And everybody have a good day. This is coming out on the 4th of July, hopefully. So stay safe with fireworks if you're doing it, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.